Back again we are, as it is time for another edition of Let's Play TNA 2016. And now we have entered what could be the final month of this, the longest running Let's Play series from Wrestling Express, as we head to Slammiversary in the month of June, and the 14-year anniversary of TNA wrestling. What I can say is this, that some of these matches will happen, some of these matches may not. Some of these matches may not, as there's still 3 weeks for me to decide what the card will look like for Slammiversary at the end of June. But either way, well, let me just say this. It's not so much that I'm running out of ideas for the company, it's that at this point, it's over a year that this Let's Play has been going, and I think it may be time to start wrapping it up and moving on. Because the other 3 Let's Plays are not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Well, other than WCW. Other than WCW, because that's been going on almost as long as TNA. And, I think that if I would have been more consistent with the videos last year and earlier this year, then possibly both, if not just this, could have been finished already. And also maybe it wouldn't have been going for over a year, or if it was, we could have gotten deeper into the season. But that's my fault that I can't go back. But as you can see, some new names are on the list. I don't know if you can see Kevin Matthews down there, who's actually in TNA now. I don't remember the last time the Von Erichs were on an Impact. Mickie James is making her return to the company. And also, for the first time in quite a while, the TNA World title is on the line. On the show. Sorry, I got a little, popular. So with that little preview, let's jump into this week's show. Lashley against Kevin Matthews on the pre-show. The reason why Lashley was featured on the show is because I wanted to put him on the show and didn't know how. So this is how. Now the opening segment, Bram and Rob Echoes are still together, and Ethan Carter wants a shot at Rey Mysterio, as does Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle never got his one-on-one rematch for the belt, and he feels like he deserves it. So yeah. Speaking of Kurt Angle gets in our first match tonight against Eli Drake, and gets the victory, of course, because I'm not going to let Kurt lose to Eli Drake. No offense to him, but it's Kurt Angle. Next match, TJP's Open Challenge continues, and it's just like the last couple weeks, so I'm not really going to go into it. Basically, TJ continues to try and prove how much better he is than Tigre Uno, who is down in Mexico, or who has been down in Mexico the last couple of weeks, because he also actually works in Mexico in the game, so I have to deal with him not being here. So, you know, it plays well into the feud. So now TJ gets his next match against, I believe, Aaron McCormick. And just like the last couple of weeks, TJ gets the win against McCormick to continue to prove how much better, as I mentioned, and will mention again, he's trying to prove how much better he is than Tigre Uno. But TJ takes it a step further this week and goes to attack McCormick and beat down McCormick following the match. But before he can inflict a lot of damage on McCormick, the X Division champion comes out and makes the save for the young local talent, stopping TJP from inflicting too much damage. And for the first time since the feud started a few weeks ago, TJP is actually face to face with the X Division champion. And now we have the lower card tag teams on the show with Acid Jazz and Bryce Benjamin going up against the Von Erichs, as Jazz and Benjamin get the victory against the Von Erich boys tonight. And then we move forward as the next 6-man tag team match is set, as Madison Rain, Velvet Sky, and Jessie K are going up against Taryn Terrell, Jade, and Marty Bell. This, in 3 weeks' time at Slammiversary. And yes, this is to waste time. This is to waste time for Madison and Velvet's actual partner, who's currently injured, for her to come back. But I haven't decided yet if they're actually going to win this time or they're going to lose. I don't know. Either way, the next match, Mike Bennett against Brian Myers, and Brian Myers actually gets the victory over Mike Bennett. Surprisingly, both men are, I guess, not that popular, and that's why they both did below average in their match, because I thought this match was going to get a lot better. But I guess I was wrong. And now Mick Foley makes his way out to the ring. Mick Foley, if you don't know, for whatever reason, likely this is your, first time. If this is your first time seeing one of these episodes, then Mick Foley has been the authority figure in TNA since the early part of the year, I want to say. And he comes out and introduces the newest member to the Knockouts division, Mickie James. And in Mickie's return match to TNA, she steps into the ring against Brooke, and unfortunately, Brooke and Mickie don't click. Unfortunately, Brooke and Mickie don't click. Yeah. But either way, Mickie's back in TNA, and I guess I picked the wrong challenger for her to face first. Oh well, can't go back. Now something interesting happened, and we have a little bit of a step forward for Steve Corino, as Mr. Corino, as the Prodigy and Chris Sabin go one-on-one, and the Prodigy wins after a distraction from Mr. Corino, so we get a little bit of a clearer picture of maybe why Steve is in TNA, as he helps the Prodigy get the victory tonight. tonight against Chris Sabin. Honestly, at this point, I don't know what the future holds for the Prodigy, and that's why I'm giving him Carino. I'm not saying I'm releasing the Prodigy, I'm just saying that he's not in the title picture anymore. I guess that's that's the way I'm putting it. But either way, Ethan Carter is backstage now with Jeremy Borash as they talk up his main event match against Rey Mysterio for the TNA title. And also his ongoing issues with Bram, and what if that could play a factor into his match later tonight. Meaning if he's completely focused on Mysterio or if he's focused on Bram as well. And EC3 says, Bram is in the back of my mind. What's in the front of my mind is winning back the TNA World Heavyweight title. Unfortunately, he was right about one thing. He was right about the idea that Bram was in his mind, or that Bram could be there. But Bram did show up and screwed EC3 out of the match because he didn't attack EC3, which would have allowed EC3 to get the DQ victory. He attacked Rey Mysterio, which allowed Rey Mysterio to get the victory after getting EC3 disqualified. And this saw Rob Echoes run down to the ring and help his buddy Bram in attacking EC3 because EC3 and Mysterio, because Mysterio was already down from Bram, and now and then they had the numbers advantage on EC3. But either way, Impact ends with Bram and Rob Echoes standing tall in the ring, and the world champion and EC3 not standing down on the mat, beaten and battered. And once again, like the last couple of weeks, we've done really good with TNA because we increased our popularity in 11 regions, and we continue to move forward with the company. So that's really good. And the 71 final rating isn't that bad either. And a 71 final rating isn't that bad either. So what I want to know from you is, do you still like the direction I'm going with TNA? And if you do, let me know down in the comment section below, because we still got a little bit of ways to go before this season moves to the background. And before this season moves to the background and we move forward. So let me know if you'd like to see anybody join TNA. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. Till next time. Later.